aim to unlock the doors of opinion, unveiling the stories that need to be told. Join Omobola Sandra and Sage Babalola on the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. as we invoke the thought-provoking discussion, tackle the tough questions, challenge assumption, and give a voice to the unheard. This is the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Welcome on board the Morning Express.
Good morning.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. This is the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM. We're on to the next segment of the program, the one we call Mainland Focus. This is basically an opportunity for you to call in and weigh in on the matters that have been discussed previously. Now, for Thursdays, there's a little twist. As opposed to Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, where we pick the stories that you opine on, Thursdays is basically an opportunity for you to be the one that decides the focus of the day. So for every single moment that you call into the station or send a text message, you have the liberty to speak about any story that you think is worthy of further conversation. For the callers, 2 minutes are allotted. For those of you who would rather send messages, there's the WhatsApp platform, there's the text message platform, and there's also our streaming platform, all of which you can send your opinions to. We're streaming the program live as well on Facebook and on YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. And if you're using a non-browsing phone or a non-internet phone, you can always send a text message, and I'll give out the numbers in just a few minutes. Well, for this segment of the Morning Express called Mainland Focus, Fuhad Saheed usually joins us at least for the first 2 minutes, so we're able to get his focus for the day. Please, I need us to also understand that as much as it's open mic Thursday, let us sort of put some sort of cap to how we make use of the openness that have been given to us, or the opportunity that has been given to us. I want us to understand that for everything we say on radio, there has to be a level of restraint that is practiced. This is a radio, and we operate within the ambits of certain guidelines. So as much as you're trying to express your displeasure at this situation, it's best that you do so at least with respect and regard for the rules that guide public interaction, especially on a radio station with millions of people listening to you. So please, I'm imploring you, before we start taking contributions, to be very cautious in our choice of words and also how we speak about certain personalities. Thank you very much. But like I said, Fuhad Saheed, we talked to us briefly before I start taking public opinion. Fuhad, welcome back. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Well, open mic has to be the fact that we are now alive to see, the increment of the price of PMS twice in just about 2 months, and in 16 months we've seen over 400% rise in the price of the product, and now we're getting to that point of what we thought was not going to happen. We've always said it, God forbid, it won't happen. Now, 1,000 naira. I know the argument would be about landing costs, about international pricing, about the dollar factor. But look, no matter how we put it, no matter the explanation we give to it, Nigerians are still waiting. And they are waiting on the president who made that promise of making things better for them. Especially when it comes to the issue of petroleum products. He said it in his mouth. Someone said it on his behalf. It was a promise he made to Nigerians that, look, I'm not just going to make this product available, I'm also going to make it affordable. And he was saying it at that time when the price was not even anything close to what we have now. You understand? So it's just very important that we hold him to account on that particular promise to Nigeria. And I can tell you, State, that look, we're not even getting enough from the president as Minister of Petroleum, or even as the president on these issues. The rhetorics are not consoling. The explanations are given so far for how we have suddenly become beggars in our country, or why we now have this level of poverty that we've never seen before in the history of the country, does not even assure anyone that things are going to get better soon. So it's just very important that the government again tells Nigerians what's the end game, when will all this end? Because look, we wake up every day to say these things are not possible. And before we know it, it happens. Look at dollars. Look at electricity, what people are paying. You know, look at even for medications now. Look at medical care. Look at even schools. People are groaning, they are complaining. And now, look at the price of PMS. Over 1,000 naira in some parts of the country. Even Lagos, I don't know why they didn't even have to talk to 1,998. As good as 1,000 naira thing. Because even the 998 is at NNPCL filling station. So it means for the independent marketers, some of them are already selling at 1,002, 1,003 as we speak. So just imagine what independent marketers will be selling these products in far-flung parts of the country, interior areas. Probably be doing almost 1,516 as we speak. Out of the government has said Nigerians to go to it. But the fact that Nigerians appear subdued does not mean they actually subdued. I've told you that when people, if Nigerians are still complaining, the people who are complaining, speaking truth to power, raising these issues, I think the government should even see themselves as being very lucky. I think they should know that the quietness of the people from these things does not help them in any way. Because it's more like, look, we're sitting on the keg of gunpowder. I'm not the only one saying, the former president, Ʀᴏ also said that if the president and this government does not quickly address the issue of poverty that has gotten to the level we've never seen before in the country, something is going to happen. And we pray that nothing happens. We have to continue to protect this nation. We have to continue to ensure that we keep the peace and maintain the peace. But all of these things are, that's why I picked the word of Dr. Busa. You said there has to be policy sequencing. You can't just throw everything at the people at the same time and expect that they are going to soak it in, they are going to take it because they appear subdued. Well, again, you can see that I've avoided every other person. All these military people is not my business now. And this idea, I'm calling on the president. Now, when you make the statement of I'm calling on the president to start military, you are not even helping the president in any way. What you do is portraying him as somebody who is not in charge of the government. The reality is that, look, there's no way the president will tell us that, look, he's not aware of what that is happening. Even in statement, he has justified it severally to say that, look, this has to happen. But what we are saying is that, look, this is not what he promised Nigeria when he was campaigning. And we are waiting on him to fulfill that promise. God bless Nigeria.
Fuad, thank you very much for your insight. We appreciate you. It's now time to hear from you. Let's have a conversation. Of course, I understand that the most significant subject matter this morning is the sudden increase in the price of PMS. We're now operating within the price of 990 to about 1,300 naira across different states of the Federation. And many experts have predicted that this would mean more individuals will fall below the poverty line. People will lose their jobs. A lot of companies will close down. Cost of transportation would obviously increase. The cost of feeding would increase. Cost of housing would of course increase by extension. So you will understand that anything that goes wrong within the oil sector, it sends shock through every other sector of the economy. A sporadic increase is what we experience. And so we would like to hear your experience this morning. Like I said, you're not beholden to the conversation around PMS and the increase in the price. There's still many other stories, so you can pick anyone that you think is worthy of further conversation and talk to us about it in the 2 minutes that will be allotted to you for submission. If you would like to call 0913-6000410, that's the phone line. Now, for those of you who would prefer to text either via WhatsApp or via a text message, the number for that is 0913-6000430. Don't forget that we're live on social media, Facebook and YouTube, which currently doubles as our streaming platform at Mainland 98.3 FM. We do have quite a number of messages on our streaming platform already, but you can send yours, and before the end of the program, best believe we would read those messages. I'm M쏘ɪᴟ Babalola. When you call, tell me your name, tell me where you're calling from, get straight to the point, and please remember that we need to be respectful in our analysis. I understand you're upset, but please try to consider some level of restraint in your analysis. Let's have our first call for the morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, I can.
Good morning, Fuad.
He's with us. Go ahead, sir.
John from Ogba.
Yes.
As regards the issue of petrol hike that we are talking about, honestly, this government, they are taking us for a ride. They are behaving as if we do not matter. Our feelings, our opinions does not really matter. You know, and like I've been saying, it's up to the citizens to take their destiny into their hands by way of
taking their destiny into their hands. I mean, protest reasonably well, not violently, protest reasonably well that we are not in tandem with what they are giving to us. Just like what I said over there, that the president did promise us that the price of fuel will come down in the inaugural speech. What are we witnessing now? So he has considered coming to power now, and he has lost grip. That is how it seems to me and to every other people. It is time we take our destiny into our hands by way of telling them that enough is enough. Good morning.
Thank you very much for calling. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Morning. I'm calling from here.
All right.
Mr. President, policy is the architect of the problem. Will you continue to go when you miss your road? Is it a bad thing to him to reverse? I said, no, this policy is not helping us. I don't understand. You make fuel, 700, both dollars, everything. Now dollars are more than 1,000. Before you know it, you get to 2,000. Everything is going up at the same time. Now they are saying Tʀᴇ. Does it mean Tʀᴇ now is the only person? So if we show that today, that's the issue of president collapse in this country, a one-man business. What this man is building is like, this is nothing, will not help us. Is it a bad thing for government to put a response on it? Is it a bad thing? Look at the Port-Harcourt referendum have been sunk there. I don't get it. And people have been telling me that the politics is, it takes time to go to the session before it matters, blah, blah, blah. Is that how to run a country? The way this man running this country. Is there now UK? Working repeat. Maybe when he come back again now before next time he go to France. Is that the country being run the way this country is being run since 2015? Buhari has done it this and left. The Tinubu says continue from where Buhari stopped, and he's doing it. Any policy that we know the cause of this is the Naira. You claim we remove something, you cannot present the Naira. How can it work? Is it better to go back? This was not helping us.
Thank you for calling.
Tomorrow that things to go up.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
This is Okangolina.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm happy with the increase in the fuel prices.
Oh, you are?
And I want to thank the president. Yes.
Ah, wonderful.
I'm very, very happy.
Okay, rich kid.
I want to thank him for increasing the fuel price. He's doing well. Yes. By December, I should take it to 2,000.
God forbid bad thing, first of all. Okay, God forbid bad thing. God forbid bad thing, first of all. Please.
My sister, don't say that.
I
it's
reject
not
this in Jesus' name, please. Mr.
You can't say so now. When they started with 600 or 5, this thing, did you know it was going to cut? Let him take it to 2,000 by December, so that you will have sense more. This is the renewed hope that you voted for. And I don't know why people are complaining. You voted for renewed hope, and he has given you renewed hope, and now you are complaining. The man should take it to 2,000 so that people will have sense very, very well. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you for your insight. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
My name is Ralph calling from Satellite Town.
All right.
Okay, now, this issue of petroleum, Mr. President knows exactly what he's doing. I keep on saying it. Each time NNPC want to do anything concerning price, this man will jet out of the country. That's number one. Number two, all this idea of NNPC want to be the middle seller, all those are just scam to divert our attention. Then them and Dangote will arrange what they want to do. Because Nigerians are weak. The issue of ʔᴏ, do everything is just planned to weak people that will protest. Those to weak people that will protest. And somebody will call the phone and start calling about ʔᴏ. Meanwhile, the Minister of Petroleum and the President of a country is just something is happening. He came back for last time and said that he has nothing to do about the fuel price. Just imagine the Minister of Petroleum in his country. But they have agencies that can close people's supermarkets because the prices are high. Of course, they're selling fake. But as a Minister of Petroleum, he doesn't have any strength or any power to determine how much they will save fuel in his country. Because he's benefiting from it. Anytime one thing want to happen, you will travel out of the country. It will happen and you come out and you just adjust to it, and nothing will happen. How can Nigerians survive with buying food at a rate of 1,000 plus? Do you just about going from Lagos to Oshodi, from Oshodi to Via? You know, what to do is out of Lagos? Going to East now is almost for 20,000 naira. How many people can afford this? Going and come 80,000, 100,000 naira. What of our children that go to school outside Lagos from their university to those things? Their money. And they will not blame Minister of Petroleum. They can't blame another person. And somebody will now say, and Nigerians are not ready, Nigerians are ready. What do you want us to do? You protest, they arrest you, charge you for treason. You talk on social media, they arrest you. But there are some boys, showing on social media, bandits, they cannot arrest them. Tinubu has come to destroy and kill.
Oh, no. Okay, come on. You were doing so well. You were doing very well until you decided to cap it with that particular statement. Let's calm down, okay? That is the opinion of that caller. It does not in any way represent the opinion or ideology of the station, Mainland 98.3 FM. So please let us be very circumspect in the way that we address issues here on radio. My name is Ʀᴏ Babalola. We're still taking contributions. And then I would pause for a bit and take WhatsApp messages. And, I'll start with the Facebook messages. I'll read a couple of them, go to WhatsApp, and I would also read the messages. I'll be back in a few minutes. Please stay with us. The conversation still continues. Welcome back. We apologize for the brief break. I needed to take care of something. Well, we're back now. Facebook, we have here. Tʀᴇɪᴅs Ajayi says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. The situation in the country is very painful. My question is, how do we get out of this quagmire? We have leaders that are careless about the welfare of the citizens. It is well. Dele from Adialu. We have Lukman Oladipukpa who says, greetings from Dakar, Senegal. Sir, I just hope one day Nigerians will not go the way of Haiti, because it's really heartbreaking that you always wake up to hear daily increments in the prices of commodities. I'm so frustrated even though I left Nigeria. But people keep calling me for help. Can our leaders just fear God for once and liberate the poor people to allow them breathe? Ya Allah, when will your help come to Nigerians? It's getting too much. Thank you very much for your message. We have another one here. Fami Lugba Olusegun who says, I'm Joseph Olusegun. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. There's consolation, and the consolation is that whatever has a beginning must have an end. There's a Yoruba proverb here that I don't think I can pronounce, but then you're saying your work will determine where history will put you, positive or negative. Kudos to the president, who is the chairman and chief executive officer of Nigeria PLC. All right, thank you very much. Olufemi Olayinka Ajayi says he's from Iyesi Ota, Ogun State. He says, Fuad, the prophet, one should take care of themselves, and also the labor leaders should think about negotiation with President Tinubu now. Look at the nation. My God, this is now leading to mental imbalance. We have Olufemi Olayinka who says, how can the ordinary Nigerian breathe? Onotoyi Temitope Michael, still on Facebook, says, hello Mainland FM. Let us shun sentiment. At this juncture, it's clearing that both the NNPCL and the CBN under this present administration are out of ideas. If not, of what use is the continuous increase of the fuel pump price and also the increase in the interest rate, especially on bank loans, when it's not having any positive impact on the economy, but is continuing to impoverish the people? Have you noticed that each time the NNPCL is about to increase fuel pump price, the president, who also doubles as the Minister of Petroleum, is always out of the country? Is that a sign of bringing renewed hope to the people, or the move to bring down the pump price as promised during electioneering campaign? If I may ask, where are the CNG buses that was announced to have been distributed to all states by the federal government? Have you come across any of these buses in Lagos? Can this administration mention one subsidy that Nigerians are benefiting from them presently? As of today, a bag of rice is about 105,000 naira, yet the government is yet to disclose where Nigerians can buy the bag of rice for 40,000. Is this not propaganda? God bless Nigeria. Temitope Onotoye from Ijagemo community with a message there. We have one here, Olufemi Ajayi, who says, thank you, Fuad, Okpeyemi, Victor, Sage, Sandra, and indeed the entire Mainland FMO. Thank you for sticking with us. John Bernard on Facebook says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. I don't blame the president and his policies, because Nigerians have tolerated more than enough from the president. That is why he's ruling Nigeria as if he's controlling a company. But I hope he's not biting more than he can chew now. All right, thank you very much. We have a message here, Olufemi Ajayi, who says, is there a crime that Nigeria is an oil producing nation? well, unfortunately, something that's supposed to be a blessing to us, it is what it is. Benjamin Isse says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. It is no longer news that we have a government that does not care for the welfare of its citizens. Who is NNPCL and who is the president? Nigeria should stop blaming just the NNPCL and Dangote. Instead, they should blame the president for the fuel hike in Nigeria. Because the president before President Tinubu, the price was at 187 per litre, and he handed over to President Tinubu in 2023 of May, and now it has jumped to 1,015 naira per litre just under 2 years in office. Can the president please explain to Nigerians the offence that the masses have committed, that they have to go through the hardship that they are going through? If not, why is he mute over pump price hike? President Tinubu should intervene before things get out of hand. Is this the Dangote refinery Nigeria had high hopes for, or should we just wait for another refinery? Dangote himself should tell Nigerians how much he's selling fuel to the marketers. As for the NLC, they have failed the workers. Let the politicians like 𝐓𝐡𝐞, Peter Obi and Kwakwanso come out. If they really love Nigeria, they should lead a protest against hardship and hunger, against the government of the day, which have brought Nigerians to their feet, the way this president and others were doing in 2012, that brought APC in power. Shogunle from Benjamin from Shogunle. I'll come back to read more messages, but please allow me to attend to a few calls. All right, I'll take calls, read WhatsApp, and then we rotate like that so everyone has a voice. This is still Mainland Focus. It's Open Mic Thursday, and we are taking contributions. Any matter that you think is of grave importance to you, by all means, share with us here on radio. Everyone is entitled to 2 minutes of conversation, especially if you're calling into the studio. I'm Sage. What is your name? Tell me where you're calling from, and please get to your point of view. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And I greet you. Just that you don't want to give me coffee. My blessing goes to you this morning. Even Buhari said did not obey the second reading of Supreme Court after the presidential election to 5th of February. So, what I want to say is that Buhari and MFLA did the 30th of 10th of February 2023 March to elect the Assistant Director of Central Bank is clearly that nonsense. Concerning what is happening, Tinubu has gone to borrow money again. I quote, the West are making sure African leaders remain indebted and incapacitated to the detriment of African masses. The only thing Tinubu and Omar did was to clear the grasses in Lagos, Calabar, Coast Island, and they are pushing me to the wall. Are you hearing me? What I want to say is that I support Abadi and National Assembly for supporting local government autonomy, because me and him benefited from concerts, principal call, food, and the textbook. So governors are the enemies of this country. They think governors that they want to go to court to try EFCC not to do anything. I support EFCC. They say that the Magu will not do well. They say that EFCC will not come and tell Nigerians they allowed the 15 million they collected from Risky to squash his financial allegation issue. So I support him. Nobody will truncate and squash their law to govern us. So Nigerian government should go and attack why? Concerning Fubara and the wicked, I support the Fubara. This action and the telepanistic and the terroristic action must stop. Are you hearing me? Finally, in this morning, my house goes to the military like a friend in Imo State. Are you hearing me? But I want to tell you something that Imo State doesn't want any repentant Boko Haram camp. We want multinational development, good road, and to develop our place. We don't want to borrow Boko Haram because who's never talk about it.
Thank you for calling.
About the foreign.
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you. Please, when we prompt you, try to wrap up your conversation, okay, so other people can speak as well. The phone line is 0913-6000-410. You can reach us via WhatsApp or via Facebook or via YouTube or via text. The number for that is 0913-6000-430 or at Mainland FM, respectively. Hello.
Hello, Babalola.
Good morning to you, sir.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Thank you very much. You know, when Tinubu was telling them that he just needed their vote. Because I remember some years back, but one Babangida Aliyu told us that politicians are liars on national television. And I don't know somebody who could go to his kinsmen, elderly women, children, and men, you make a promise to them. And they voted for you. At the end of the day, you disappoint them. I don't know how Tinubu feels. And you said you are bringing a renewed hope. At the end of the day, you can hear the number of people, the statistics of those that have mental challenges because of economic policy. The army generals are stealing now. The other young armies are extorting money on the streets. Police are extorting. Young girls are going haywire in green rubbish to get money to feed their families. Married women like 𝐴ꬤᴏᴜ had analyzed. And Ogami said something, Fuad. He said Nigeria is sitting on the deck of gunpowder. I just pray tomorrow they will not charge him for inciting anarchy by that statement. God will protect him for us. You see, the point for me is this. Let us look at all the promises of APC from 2015. We will give you how many? 4 new refineries. How many do we have? We will give you 40,000 megawatts. How many we have? We will bring back all Chibok girls in one unit. Are they brought back? And then Boko Haram in 6 months will become a thing of the past. Where are Boko Haram today? They are sacking army barracks, burning army vehicles, killing our brothers and our sisters. And then APC is still here with us. And Tinubu is now abroad, enjoying fresh air, enjoying life there. We will bring back electricity tariff because have they brought back anything? Why has APC decided to behave this way to Nigerians? What has been our crime? Nigerians, you see, take care of yourself. Just find a way out.
Have a great day. Thank you. Hello.
Good morning, Sage.
Good morning.
My name is Robert.
All right, welcome.
Yes, good morning. My voice is not too good, though. I hope you manage it.
It's okay. We can hear you.
Thank you very much. This country that we are, I don't feel surprised anyway that some people will just decide on their own to punish their fellow citizens. I don't understand. This crude that we are talking about, they are not importing crude from another country. These are the natural resources that God gave to Nigeria. There are some countries in Africa that does not have crude, and they are importing oil, and they are enjoying more than us. Okay, if you are importing fuel, and you say because of the exchange rate, Nigeria should pay subsidy. You are subsidizing, and as a result, to remove it. We can still understand. The Dangote have come on board to rescue the situation to some extent. Dangote is a private company. Why can't this government, if we have the people's mind at heart, okay, Dangote, since we are these things like this, we are going to sell this good to you in naira value, not in a dollar NK value, not a dollar is also you convert it to naira, you said the same amount to Dangote. Sell it cheap to Dangote, let it refine it, and the fuel can be available since we don't have a refinery in this country. See, let me tell you, posterity is always there, you understand? Today, we are talking of Gaddafi, we are talking of Abacha, we are talking of other people. I pray someday somebody will not be saying this government will be referred to those people. We will die one day and we will leave all these things behind.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a great morning. Thank you so very much. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, morning.
Yeah, good morning, Auntie.
Good morning.
Yeah. You see,
tell us your name, sir. Tell us your name, where you're calling from.
My name is Lisa. I'm calling from Ijesha.
All right.
Yeah. People are taking a bold step. If you go back to the record of Nigeria, when they were importing cement, all cement importers, Fᴏᴜᴜ, when the Babalola came in, he withdrew the license of importation. And people started investing on cement. Today, Nigeria is exporting cement. Today. When this oil something came up, I think we said we're going to tell refineries to remove the hands of government from the oil. People are taking a bold step. Once government withdraw from the oil and gas, there will be adequate enough petroleum. It will come down. When we have about 2 or 3 refineries operating, competition will come in. Just like network program. This when we withdraw the subsidy of this NITEL, now they sold it out to the public. Today they have choice of a network. You go to Glo, you go to all these things, all the so gradually petroleum products will have enough supply at the end of the day. Today, Nigeria is subsidizing the petroleum. They take our product to Ghana. They take the product to Senegal. Suppose we are not benefiting. When it is equal now, they will come and buy direct from the importer, from the producer. Then Nigeria will make money. Nigeria will make money. Will make foreign. So say that every government will keep on subsidizing everything. So people are exploiting Nigeria, taking it to anywhere. Saying that keep on subsidizing the Nigerian economy with dollars. Dollars grow the floated dollar. When some people are buying dollar at rate of 20 naira to $1 in days, in the black market they are selling almost about 80 naira per dollar. Look at the difference. What the collect from children? Apart from importation, take the dollar to market and sell, you make your money. So he's on the right step. He's taking the correct channel. He did it about 2-3 years when they have about two more refineries. Completely with Dangote. Things will come down. The government will start making money by taxing all those oil companies the way they are taxing the networking program. That's what I'll ask for you. Thank you.
All right. Let's take a pause very briefly on the calls and try to read out some messages as well. Ishola Devonport on Facebook says, beautiful morning to you, Sage and Fuad. I really do not pity us as a people. First, we are too docile in this part of the world, and every government takes advantage of our docility. Before this administration came on board, some supporters of this administration praised President Tinubu to be a super politician without knowing that the so-called super politician does not have anything good in mind for the country. The so-called super politician will play politics throughout his regime. Sage and Fuad, I don't see a way forward from the so-called super politician. So let's brace up. God bless Nigeria and God bless Mainland FM. Thank you so very much. Another one here says, Fuad is so concise that when Mr. President is out of the country, the prices of oil increase. When the president arrives, another rise palliative. All right. Christopher F. Young with a message here says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. God bless you all. Amen. Fuel hike. President Tinubu should please, in this part of Nigeria, bargain with us. Nigerians are not happy. You're making life difficult for us through your policies. If Nigerians have offended you by any means, please forgive us. Where's the National Assembly? Are they still representing us, Nigerians, or are they still standing on the mandate of Mr. President? If yes, who is standing and representing us for National Assembly? Nigeria, please. Our This is a very, very lengthy message. Please, you forgive me for not being able to read everything. It's more like an open letter to the president, and I'm sorry, but we don't have the time to read a letter this lengthy. So if you can summarize, it would do me great good, and you too. All right, please summarize, resend, and I'll read it. We have Dako Dele Ajayi who says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. The situation in the country is quite painful. My question is, how do we get out of this quagmire? We have leaders that care less about the welfare of the citizens. It is well. Dede from Adialu. Lukman Oladipupo here says, greetings from Dakar, Senegal. I just hope one day Nigerians... Oh, you sent this message already as well. Thank you very much. Let's do WhatsApp. All right, let's take WhatsApp messages and I'll come back to the phones right after that. Bear with me, I'm trying to pull up the messages. But if you'd like to call 0913-6000-410, that's how you reach out to us. All right, we have this message here. Good morning, Sage. Nigerians are now in abject poverty and frustration in the country. We're highly blessed with natural and human resources. The reason we're suffering is due to the incompetent leadership which lack the capacity. Very unfortunate. Fuel prices will keep on rising and there is nothing anyone can do about it. Our tribal and religious sentiments have infiltrated our minds and we're not able to speak the truth. Noah from Igondo. All right, thank you very much. We have another one here. As the rambling by the National Assembly lawmakers about local government autonomy continues, it's obvious that we have become permanent pretenders or lovers of federalism. Perhaps we're destined to be permanent complainants without actions. The worst era of keeping to promise to the people is since 2015, as the party in power has done almost the direct opposite of what they told us about true federalism. Ours is just a sorry case. The more one reflects on Nigeria, the more despondent one becomes. And on the continuous fuel price increase, it's only one without foresight that did not see this coming. The real deal of the man who claimed it's his turn have come, and we have yet to see anything. Nigerians, I'm sorry for you. Steve from Ijaniki, all right, thank you very much. Awola Christopher from Shogunle says, the commander who alleged to have diverted things meant for his soldiers in his command is an example of the humongous corruption going on within the military and in other sectors, and why the war against the bandits, etc., will continue to linger without much success. Just like in the petroleum sector, what we need is a leadership of integrity and courageousness to stem the tide of decay. But we have entered one chance, as one of your callers would say. Thank you, Christopher, for your message. Good morning, Sage and Fuhad. I recently imagined Nigeria not having crude, and I asked myself, how much then would petrol be sold in the country? Dangote's refinery was supposed to be a breakthrough for Nigerians, but the only thing we're getting back is backroom deals between NNPC and Dangote. The interest of NNPC has been added. That's the only logical explanation for this recent hike. Owen from Lagos. Good morning, Mainland FM crew. The government is not bothered about Nigerians. Everything is going up under this government. How long can we endure this? Sage, you may wish to call for restraint, but how long can we be fooled? Nigerians, enough is enough. Peter Abdulamin, thank you very much. We have Isioma here. Isioma from Wဃ, who says, good morning, Mainland FM. Please, food prices should come down. Food is really increasing in price from time to time. PMS is still increasing. Please, tell us, is Dangote the only one selling fuel to Nigerians directly now? Please, Lagos State is becoming more rough. Area boys everywhere. There's no street light on the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway from Oshodi to Abule-Egba. There's hardly a street light. Isioma from Abule-Egba. All right, thank you very much. Another one here. Good morning, Oga Fuad. My name is Wally. Permit me to give a shout out. Permit me to give a shout out to Prince Wise and Alaba Alakwe. All right, a shout out to you, Prince Wise and Alaba Alakwe from Wally. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. With all of these shenanigans that have become the daily occurrence in Nigeria, where are the likes of Soyinka, Tunde Bakare, and so many others who dragged us to condemn Jonathan's government in 2012 when things were much better? Have they lost their voices? That's human nature for you. James from Agbado Junction. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. Fuad is absolutely right that things will continue to go worse under this administration, and it's that Tinubu believes that he can do anything and nothing will happen. Look at Edo State election. I make bold to say that the APC will win Ondo and Anambra election. It's also because of the state capture that the president is not going to undertake any electoral reform. However, I make bold once again to say that the survival of our democracy would be determined by the 2027 general election. An APC win will bring an end to this republic. It's a prophecy. Mark it down. God bless you, Madam Sage and Mr. Fuad. God bless Nigeria. Uju Samuel. I think that in all of our complaints, let's at least express a little bit of optimism. There will be no end to this republic. We will continue to be a democratic nation. We will do everything we can to maintain our democracy. 2 decades and a half is an admirable fit. Yes, we have our problems, but it's not easy to have 2 decades and a half of uninterrupted democracy. There are countries that have barely experienced 2 years of democracy. They might seem peaceful and their economy might seem great, but then they don't have democracy the way that we have it, other to the other, and you see how terrible their lives are. So please let us, not call for things like an end to the republic. You, including I, including your family, your friends, and all the people that you care about. So please, a little bit of optimism, regardless, a little bit of optimism will go a very long way. It's still Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM. It is Open Mic Thursday. I'm Sage Babalola, taking your contributions regarding the stories or the issues that take precedence in the nation as of today. Remember that today being Open Mic Thursday means that any matter that is on your mind, you have the opportunity to speak about it. It's back to the phones now. You have 2 minutes for your submissions. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Madam Sage.
Yes.
Samuel still calling from K2.
Okay.
Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Yes, sir. Let me start by reminding Nigerians that we are still inside the one chance we have entered. Let me draw our fellow Nigerian attention to something to let you know that you really enter one chance. I think it was last week or this just past weekend, the Southwest APC leaders, they met at a hotel. In attendance, Ochoba was there. Baba Konde was there. They were calling for the returning of Tinubu in 2027. And it took Gbajamila to intervene that Tinubu is not warming up for 2027. He's still working on how to take Nigeria to bring Nigeria to promised land. Let me tell you one thing. In a situation when people like Ochoba and Konde they understand what is happening in Nigeria very well, and they are agitating for 2027. When Nigerians, they are finding it very difficult to survive, you will understand very well that you have entered one chance. Let me tell you one thing. Baba Konde's daughter, Mr. Akitola, when Tinubu emerged as Nigeria president, Mr. Akitola, somebody that lacked experience, Baba Konde's daughter, was given a director in Lagos State Internal Revenue Service. Immediately, Tinubu emerged as president of Nigeria. The woman was moved to Federal Inland Revenue as a director again at the federal level. What do you expect? Yoruba people do say that what do you expect that kind of people to be saying when Nigerians are suffering? We are languishing in poverty. Baba Konde is requesting Tinubu to come back in 2027. You don't know what you have. I don't know. Nigerians, they are those and they are cowards. You don't know what you are. I don't know where you are going. This Tinubu will terrify you. I'm afraid some of you will weep. Just the newspaper today carried that some soldiers were wasted in Southeast. They were attacked by hoodlums. In this present Nigeria, God bless you. You have entered one child. You don't know the person you have. Thank you very much. Okay.
All right. Let's take another phone call. Hello.
Hello, say good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Lucky, calling from Yanakbaja.
Yeah, I need you to move away from your radio, please. I can hear myself.
No, I'm away from the radio far.
All right.
So, my own contribution is that I did not see anything different from what we said it at initial time. You know, when the good luck was there, I remember I used to buy her bag of rice 4,500, Gary her bag 2,150. Now, this president, my bishop only said something, said something. He said, you cannot doubt what you see. You can only doubt what you hear. If you look at what Abiola was, when they played the voice Abiola yesterday, Abiola was speaking. You will know that this man speaking for what you know, what we said. Then look at the president, this thing, I have done it, nothing I can do. You will know he's speaking from what they wrote for him. That is very different. So, in fact, I don't know what I don't know what we are going to do now, because for me, this APC government, since when they enter power, we never know better yesterday. Crying every day from one thing, like if Nigeria is a ship in the sea without control. If you do whatever you like. Somebody said, I remember when he was campaigning to Ogun State, he said that time the fuel was at 200 and 250 per liter. He said they increased the fuel because of him. That don't worry, when I enter, I will bring the fuel down. $1 was around 700. He said, I will bring it and they bring because of me. So what did he do now? He do opposite to what he promised. So if a man as a president he cannot stand by his word, he can do the opposite. How can you trust that man? Let us wait his way to himself. No matter how he said, one day he will leave us and after he will enter there. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's take a few WhatsApp messages, okay, let's see if we can take this call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Jᴏɪᴜ calling from
All right, welcome.
You see, all this noise or all this complaint we are making will not help us unless if we demand for electoral reform so that our votes will count. Once leaders know that we are the ones that will put them or the ones that will remove them, they will change their attitude. But since they know that whether we like it or not, if they want to be there, they will be there. There's nothing we can do. If we rise, let us shout for night, if their kingdom come, they will never change because they know that
They are these things. Their emergency is not in our hands. They are the ones that put themselves. That is why all these things is happening. They don't care. If really Africa is working or Nigeria is working, leaders will be afraid of voters and not voters being afraid of leaders. That is what is happening. So if we like, let us cry till their kingdom come. They will never change. Our votes doesn't count. And we are not the ones that put them there. They are the ones that put them there. Thank you. That's my submission.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Sid.
I can hear you, sir. Good morning. Your name, where you're calling from?
Yeah, this is Paul from Egbeda.
All right.
Sid, please, on a lighter note, because of your submissions, I know you are doing your work, but I want to ask you a question. What has changed between the military and the democratic setting we have now? Is it that the press have freedom? Has the press not been harassed? Is it Nigerians have freedom? Have we not been harassed, taken to prison for protesting peacefully? So just tell me one thing that you say, okay, during the military era, this happened. Now, it's a state captured. No, just tell me, how are we going to survive this? Please, let somebody tell us, how can we survive this? How can we survive this? How can we? Children's school fees, levy car, house rent, extended family that in the village that are not doing anything, you are going to sign up for age mother, age father.
Thank you for calling.
Oh God.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Ajibola calling from Nicola.
All right, welcome.
I wouldn't have called this morning, but I really have to just make a comment on something. I appreciate the last caller that was giving critical questions, and we should take note of those critical questions. Nobody is calling for a military rule, and it will be very wrong. But to just pick the facts and make the record straight, there is nothing that has been different from what we have then and what we are having now. It's even getting worse than what we have in the military rule. That is just the fact. Let us just set the facts record straight. It is as worse as before. And that is because it is not the system that we are practicing that matter. It is the people that are practicing the system. If we move to regionalization or any kind of government again, since it's the same people, the same thing will keep happening. That is why we should not support that regime, but we should support the people handling that kind of government. Democracy is the best government, but the democracy we are practicing. That is just the record for that. But on the part of petroleum, that somebody called that and we are on the right track. Which right track? What happened in that cement sector? Are we buying cement cheap now? Nobody should come and tell us what we know. This is not about siding somebody. I'm a Yoruba man to the core. And because of that, I cannot, because of I'm a Yoruba man, start relying on any kind of thing. This is wrong. And that is when we are going to move forward as a nation. If we can speak true to the matter, to the leaders, no matter how afflicted you are with them, that is when we can move out of this quagmire that we are. But if we want to be hiding under one finger of something that we are moving on which right track. What if we don't have any single refinery in this nation? There are some nations that don't have a single refinery. They are importing fuel, and their case is not as worse as this.
Thank you.
Why is Nigeria's case so special? God bless this nation.
All right, thank you very much. Well, we have a message here. Sage, I greet you with renewed hope. Why were you saying God forbid when Okangbelina said the fuel price should be increased to 2,000 naira? If they increase it, we will still buy it. They've so much studied our psychology that when Nigerians always adjust to difficult situations easily, they know that will be the case. Sage, I'm planning a conference in November and I've been nursing the idea of buying fuel and keeping it ahead of time before it would be increased. I think I just have to do so before they take it to 2,000. I don't know if you're yet to do your wedding. Otherwise, I advise you to start buying the things you need before your present budget becomes useless. They should remove from our constitution the part that requires 2/3 of State House to approve a national bill before it's passed. It doesn't make sense because every state already has senators and federal representatives. It is a double representation. Sage, Sandra, promise to look into my own recharge card as a regular listener and contributor on your station, but nothing has been done. Jane Sabuna from Oshodi. The selections are random. okay, we don't just pick people because they're special. Everyone is special, but we don't just pick people because they think they're better than the other people. It's random selection. All right, thank you very much for your input. We have here good morning radio. A caller just said we should be grateful for military regime, because I know so well Nigerians are not finding it funny, and the president is out on vacation and people are still vouching for him. These people, relations and close blood of the president, can you buy 10,000 naira fuel to my car this morning, and then you would see that a few kilometers it has gone down, and I found out I was even shortchanged after spending the 10,000 on my car. One day. Chuka from Fᴏᴜ, thank you very much. Once again, I'd like to reiterate, military government is not something that you would find enjoyable. All right, there's no single person that would outrightly tell us that they had a swell time under the military regime. All of the rights that we're enjoying now, no matter how small, no matter how invincible, so to speak, that these rights might be, you still have privilege. The fact that you're even able to call on a radio station and malign individuals and participate in character assassination and what have you, and all you get is a slap on the wrist. Oh, don't do that on radio. In previous times, you would have been arrested or charged with, like, that's if you're even charged to court for libel. So there are little rights that we still enjoy. And as much as we're going through a lot, I'm going through a lot. I'm a Nigerian too. Just because I have to be professional doesn't mean that I do not understand the pain that we're going through. But then we cannot become what we're fighting. Do you understand? You cannot become what you're fighting as a response to the pain that you're going through. That's not how it works. I know I was about to say 2 wrongs don't make a right, but sometimes even trying to encourage you, I don't feel very good, because I understand how difficult things can be. But please, let us be better than the situation we're trying to fix. Let us be better than those who we know are responsible for the situation that we're in. Let me pause for a bit, take Facebook messages. Basil Chika says Nigerian senators advocating for endorsement of local autonomy should also work on the electoral reform, which is the big elephant in the room, because you cannot get any autonomy right when a single individual can impose any person or a party he wishes on the people. So in this kind of scenario, how can the person perform? Chika Bende from Trade Fair. John Bernard Ohi says, good morning, Sage. My open mic is that the president is saying he's preparing for the future generation. It's annoying with the way things are going. We cannot even feed ourselves. Now look at the new fuel price. With due respect, let him step down. All right, Ogbasi Blessing says, good morning. I have said it before and I'll say it again. The president is not necessarily interested in whatever is happening in the country right now. He's in London resting and enjoying life with taxpayers' money. We're having situations and facing untold hardship with the fuel increase again yesterday. Some filling stations in my area are already selling for as high as 1,500 naira per litre. We are in for a long 8 years. People that supported this government and we that knew from day one that he's not coming to do anything are the ones suffering the pains now. Matthias from Away. All right, thank you very much. Chris Ewalem says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. Until the president decides to fix the 4 refineries in the country and deal with the wicked cabal that have taken over the petroleum industry, the country will not come out of this economic quagmire. I keep wondering why the president is apathetic to the plight and agony of the masses. The solution to the problem is for Nigerians to continue to agitate and speak up until the president responds. Another one here, Tuchukwadili Tom Singh says, but who among the 6 estate has called for the sack of Wike by President Tinubu or lose the people's mandate? Look, the APC wants to turn the people into mere letter writers and armed robbers. It seems that every contributions are becoming mere letter writing and the cowardice of armed robbers. The answer to these annoying questions and contributions cannot be said anymore to be directed at anyone, and critical of the usurpers of the people's democratic mandate while remaining supportive of the people. The people are now the ones attacking, criticizing and pillorying themselves instead of the other way around. Are the beneficiaries of this type of education letter writers or armed robbers? Tochukwadili Thompson, I do not even know what this means. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what this is. But thank you very much for your message, I suppose. Let me take a phone call and then I'll just wrap things up with the messages we have on WhatsApp. Let's see if we can do that. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Madam Ify, how are you? It's been so long. Are you okay?
Yeah. Not really, but I'm back to my house.
No, you're done with physiotherapy now?
You know, I'm still doing it.
Oh, okay.
But I think I will go under the night.
Oh, my heart goes out to you. We're really sorry about that.
Yeah.
I hope things turn out well.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Thank you. You see, we have even started rejecting some of these leaders. Do you know the last local government election? Many of these people in the house, people like Akpabio, all of them, that think that because you are representing the Akpabio people will follow you foolishly. They don't follow. PDP swept the whole local government of Fᴏᴜᴜ. Even they won its local government. But the will I say they beg their side and I beg now, make it just put APC for me, make it better I win my local government. If not, and that is the reason why you are seeing Wike, he refused to go and do that local government election with them in Rivers. Because if you had gone there, they will flog him mercilessly. They will win him. One seat of PDP, they will not even have council of. So Nigerians now, we are getting wiser. And that election, if they like, let them be jumping up and down. Oshomole is jumping her. He's a 72-year-old man who's 73, is behaving as if he's 35 years. Don't worry. So they remove somebody and put you there. That's how they will remove your own people. Because no same person will vote for APC with all this nonsense they are doing from the center. Who will vote for a party that is suffering them? Who will vote? People are looking for millions to go and get my head back. Something that it could have been, done free as a senior citizen. They are jumping all over the place. They've been changing number, changing finger, be that. They will remove it and put the person that won that election in those states. Let them continue. Nigerians are wiser. Let them go and contest election again. Anywhere they like, let them be putting their APC, whatever the number they want to put.
Thank you for
God
calling.
will judge them.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, M쏘ɪɪľ Babalola.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Shola.
Welcome.
And I'm calling in from Akongo.
All right then.
It's so unfortunate that we as Nigerians, I'm generalizing now because we have some group of people that refuse to admit the truth. They will see black and they will say it's white. Now, the president, as I said, even for those of us that know who he was, you understand, during his first tenure as a governor, whatever, second, okay, even if we don't believe, even if we doubt him then, what about what he has been doing when he came in? This shows lack of integrity. Let's call a spade a spade. And it is very glaring that this man doesn't care about the plight of the people. He will use one part of the man to say another something, the other part to say another thing. Where is he presently now? He's abroad. So I hope this will be a lesson for Nigerians. And the ironic part of it is that we are just starting. Do you know that? We are just starting. Do you know the chain effect of what all these things will be? This is not the end part of the price. They are still going to around 1,500 to 2,000. So Nigerians, it is in our hands. Let's call a spade a spade. Leave aside the ethnic bigotry, the religious let's leave all those things aside. It is well, though. God bless you.
Thank you very much. That's all the calls we can take this morning. We'll just wrap things up with the messages we have on WhatsApp and then on Facebook. I'll take as many as I can. WhatsApp here we have, good morning, Sage. We have talked so much in this country. Nigerians should... Collins from Ikorodu, thank you very much for your message. Good morning, Mainland FM crew. Increase in pump price. President Tinubu is acting like he's bigger than the country. That's the reason why he does anything he likes, and there's hardly any opposition. I guess before 2 years of this current regime, Nigeria will be buying fuel for 2,000 naira. God will save us. Thanks. I'm Chris Ojubeli from Ikeja. Thank you very much. Good morning. I'm the one that sent the message almost 2 months ago about high-tech abandoning Stadium Road, Igbogbo Ikorodu, awarded by Ambody for federal government contract. I must let you know that they have returned to the site. It's our prayer that they don't abandon the project again. Abdul Wakil from Igbobo. Oh, that's nice. I'm happy to see that progress has been made. We have here Madam Sage. People should please stop blaming the NLC. Right now, the NLC has been officially incapacitated and practically locked up by the government. Remember, Ajero has a terrorism charge hanging around his neck just to ensure that he remains quiet. What do you expect the poor man to do? So sad. Okangbelina from Mafoluku. All right, thank you very very much. We have here, if Nigeria laments from now till tomorrow about what is happening in the oil industry, nothing will change. The solution is quite simple. Let Nigerians boycott the filling stations for a week. Until then, the Minister of Petroleum, who is the president, will let us know what is going on in the industry. Stephen Akimbisola from Ijegun, Lagos. All right, thank you. We have Emmanuel Osuji here. Good morning, Mainland FM crew. I'm Emmanuel from Agbara. As for me, President Tinubu is really trying to fix the country. It's hardly easy. We must give him the necessary support so that we can move PMS from 3,000 naira and a bag of rice to 500,000. He should increase all the taxes to about 1,000% and so on. I think by then Nigerians would have common sense. Then when next they want to share rice and money during election, we would all stand with one voice and say no. As for me, I can't say God bless Nigeria anymore because there is nothing blessing about the country. All we have is suffering. All right, Emmanuel Osuji. Thank you. Yinka Shobambo says, good morning, Mainland FM. I urge all Nigerians, including those who have cars, to go and buy bicycle now before it gets more expensive, because the price of petrol will be 2,500 by December. I see the future already. These predictions, I don't like it. I don't like it very much, but it is what it is. We have another message here. Hold on a second. Ralphie says, this government does not have the interest of the common man at heart. I never believed that we can even buy fuel at 1,000 naira in this country, but it has happened within 1 year of this administration. Now, how do you expect things to get better? There's no other refinery that is coming on board soon, because building the refinery is not as easy as you think it is. This is a total monopoly. All right, thank you very much. We have a message here. Prince Leo Ozoma says, Sage and Fuad, I don't know why we have all decided to always complain about bad governance and keep quiet instead of taking the right action. If fuel is sold for 2,500 naira to a litre, we will still come back here to pour our frustration and move on as usual. Nigerians continue to wallow in self-deceit. Good morning, I'm Leo Ozoma from Isolo, Lagos. Thank you very much, Leo, for your message. And that's about it for this morning on Mainland Focus. I wish we had the luxury of time. Unfortunately, we do not. Please stick around. The conversation never stops here. It's Thursday, so that means even after all the tussle and the bustle and all the hard conversations we've had to have on radio, lucky for us, the next program is one that sort of is a light in the midst of all the many darkness that we're trying to wave through. Think of it as the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Creative Nigeria will be on your airwaves 15 minutes past 10:15 precisely. You would hear great things about Nigeria and all the people who are doing the best they can to make sure we're able to harness the beauty of the country. So listen to Creative Nigeria at 10:15 a.m. At 11:30, I'll be here with the news headline. At 12, the full bulletin will be on your airwaves. I'm Sage Babalola. Thank you so much for your participation. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. The conversation continues.